Hi, I'm Candace, and welcome to I Am Not a Doctor, where I am not a medical professional, but I will give you the honest truth about health and wellness. I love sifting through the science so you don't have to. One of the most prevalent signs of aging are wrinkles. There's a billion-dollar industry created around trying to sell you external things to do for your skin to solve them. Unfortunately, I have some not-so-sweet news for you. You could be wasting your money if you don't start addressing a huge root cause of skin aging, and that's your sugar intake. Today, we are going to talk about two major ways sugar attacks your skin and empower you to make better choices. Because trying to be hot is expensive, especially if you feel like what you're doing from the outside isn't working. Let's break it down together. There are two main ways that sugar destroys your skin, through glycation and inflammation. So let's break down what glycation is first. When you eat food, the sugars in the food are broken down into glucose and fructose. These then are going to enter the bloodstream, and when they get in there, they're going to raise your blood sugar levels. Glycation starts to happen when there is excess sugar in the bloodstream. And then the sugars bind to the proteins and they start to form these things called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. What's happening are the elastin and collagen proteins in your skin what's happening is now the elastin and collagen proteins start to bind with these sugars, and it makes them really stiff and brittle, and you can actually see this happening outside of your body as well. It's called the Maillard reaction, and you can see it happen when you take meat and you brown it and it gets crispy and brown on the outside. That's what's happening inside your skin. Same thing if you take creme brulee and you put sugar on top and then you torch it, it's going to turn brown. This is what's happening inside your skin. Collagen and elastin are more susceptible to this because they have a much slower turnover rate than other proteins in your body. When we start to accumulate a lot of these AGEs in our body, then we have inflammation, because our body is starting to see these proteins as abnormal. When inflammation happens on our face, we're going to call it things like rosacea, like acne, like eczema. But it's not just our face that AGEs can accumulate. They can also be directly correlated to cardiovascular disease and cancer. Another issue with having excess sugar is that your insulin becomes high because of increased sugar and carbs. And this causes your liver to produce insulin-like growth factors. These are going to cause your body to produce more keratin and sebum, which are some of the root causes of acne. All of this is why a lot of topical interventions simply don't work for skin health, because we have to start looking at what we're putting on the inside to move the needle. And don't get tricked into thinking that that little pink collagen packet that you're putting in your water is going to save you. I guarantee you that packet has sugar in it. Those hair, skin, and nail gummies that you're eating that have extra collagen, those probably also have sugar in them too. It's not going to be very helpful if the beauty supplements that you're taking also contain the thing that makes you less beautiful. It's a really great way to spend more money on supplements though. When we talk about sugar, let's also not think that I'm just talking about white sugar from a bag. I am talking about anything that's going to spike your insulin. Carbohydrates, sugar, your Starbucks latte, that banana that you ate for breakfast. Even things like your gluten-free bread can be way higher than normal bread on the glycemic index because they're made with things like rice flour, potato starch, tapioca starch. Your body can only process about 12 grams of sugar. All the extra sugar you're eating is in turn eating the proteins in your face. It doesn't matter if they call it agave or honey or maple syrup or coconut sugar. It's going to be a problem if you're trying to have a youthful appearance. Look, I don't want to make you sad, but it's important that you're aware of what you're putting in your body. A simple thing that you can start to do is look at the grams of sugar in your food. If our starting point is 12 grams, then you know that anything over that is going to start to severely negatively affect you. We need to start reading our labels. Ask your barista. Start to become a sugar detective. Even deli meat can have sugar in it. The food scientists know that sugar is addictive, and companies hire these people to make their food addictive. It would be pretty bad business if no one wanted to keep eating your food. It's not just Little Debbie's, it's your barbecue sauce, it's your bread, it's your salad dressing. I don't advocate drinking alcohol, but a super easy swap at a bar is just ask the bartender to make your drink without using any syrups and add a stevia packet instead. When I was bartending, this was back when keto became a really hot buzzword. Guests would come in and want me to make them keto versions of the cocktails they loved. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just make their drink with a Splenda packet. And now, I'm not saying you need to use a Splenda packet, but it's really easy to start carrying stevia packets around in your fanny pack and just hand them to the bartender and say, can you make my espresso martini with this instead of syrup? Can you make my Tom Collins with this instead of syrup? The bartender is not going to care, and this is really going to reduce your sugar and potentially the hangover that you get from that drink. Once you start to be aware of it, you may find that you start to crave that sweet flavor less and less. This is going to save you money not only on your skin treatments, but it's also going to save you money chasing that sugar high. So we realize that sugar is in fact the reason our Botox doesn't work as well as we'd like, and what we can do about it. Let me know in the comments below what swaps you are going to start to make to kick your sugar habit. What is something small you can commit to that starts decreasing the amount of excess sugar you're taking in? I'd also like to know, if you've started cutting out sugar, how was that journey for you? I know I was a sugar addict and it wasn't easy, but it was absolutely worth it when I cut it out completely. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to my channel. My mission is to help anyone who feels stuck on their health journey get some clarity. Science can be a little overwhelming, and I hope that I can make it a little more digestible. Remember that you are in control of your health. It just might take changing everything you thought you knew to get to where you want to be.